Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling it, baby. Let's get it. Hop in there.
Hello, and welcome to the Parking Lot Projectionist podcast. My name is Andrew Toretto.
And I'm Raymond Hobbs.
And today, we just saw Furious 7.
Oh, did we see it?
Not the number 7, the word 7, just for clarification.
It is the number 7.
Raymond, what is Furious 7 about?
Ooh, let me tell you about what this Furious 7 about, y'all. Dominic Toretto and his crew thought they left the criminal, mercenary life behind. They defeated an international terrorist named Owen Shaw and went their separate ways. But now, Shaw's brother, Deckard Shaw, is out killing the crew one by one for revenge. Worst, a Somalian terrorist called Jakarde and a shady government official called Mr. Nobody are both competing to steal a computer terrorism program called God's Eye. They can turn any technology device into a weapon. Toretto must reconvene with his team to stop Shaw and retrieve God's Eye's program while caught in a power struggle between terrorists and the United States government. Furious 7, the 2015 action crime thriller.
I thought you were going to say the 2015 one.
Stars Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, R.I.P., Dwayne Johnson, Jason Statham, Michelle Rodriguez, Jordana Brewster, Tyrese Gibson, Ludacris, Kurt Russell, Natalie Emmanuel, Elsa Patki, that's Elena, with special guest appearances from Luke. Oh, I'm sorry. Also stars Tony Jaa and Blood Diamond, with special guest appearances from
Digimon Hasao. Blood Diamond's name.
Digimon. Special guest appearances by Luke Evans and and Lucas Black, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
Special guest appearances. All right, let's hop into this, shall we? Movie kicks off. We in London. Camera pans.
How come every time we come around my London Bridge when I go down like London? Wanna go down like London?
Camera pans. Jason Statham, your boy Deckard Shaw, standing looking out a hospital window. He's all like giving a monologue about some bullshit. He looks so bad.
About how your past will always come up behind you. I never believed them until now.
So he's like, yeah. And then he turns around. He looks at his brother, Owen Shaw, laying in the bed. He's got all burn wounds on him and scars. He's obviously comatose. What's happened?
He flew out of a plane at 100 miles per hour, Raven.
That's what happened to him?
Yeah.
Or did he burn? Did he blow up with it?
No. He got flung out of the back of the plane. Toretto was the only one in there, and he broke out the front.
Doesn't matter. He survived.
He survived.
How'd he survive, Andrew? That's what you want to know?
No.
Okay. Moving on. He looks at his brother. He says, bro, it's revenge time.
Need some Neosporin.
Camera starts pulling back. See this doctor nurse in the corner. He's about to walk out the door. Like, if my brother dies, I'm coming for both of you.
They're all cowering up to this. This is not a regular visit here.
Then the camera pans again, and we get a clear shot of what's going on. This man destroyed the entire hospital staff besides these two people. Just bodies everywhere. Apparently there was guards up. I guess the guards were like guarding Luke.
SWAT team.
Because he's a terrorist, so they were at this bedside because they didn't want shit like this to happen. But it happened anyways. He was just there. Dead people everywhere. Walking out. He wasn't smart enough to know you need a full hospital staff for some serious injuries like that. Anyway.
Keep him alive, but I killed everybody.
Killed everybody.
Everybody's dead, but you two.
Because dramatic effect. So he walks out.
They're on the 4th floor, and he's got to go down the elevator, and then he goes out the lobby. And
open the lobby, sees a SWAT member staggering, grabs a grenade. Here, hold this. Pushes him down. Walks by.
The guy
holds a grenade.
It's like, okay.
Pushes him down. Blows up. He walks out. Piece of the top of the hospital falls. I guess it's going to trap the nurse and doctor in there. And then the supplies they need to get into the hospital. And he walks out. It's time for revenge.
Shiny car just parked out front.
Nice and shiny.
I was digging it.
Andrew was digging it.
I was digging it. It's like, this is ridiculous, but it's fun.
This movie's all about ridiculousness, and I love it. Anyway, let's move forward. Oh, shit. What do we go to now?
We go to Michelle Rodriguez and
I remember.
Vin Diesel driving down a desert road going to the race wars.
Ooh. Ooh, that's a throwback to the first movie for all y'all hardcore Furious fans.
Michelle Rodriguez is like, I don't remember anything. Well, maybe you'll remember this. I'm going to take you to the race wars. We're going to introduce you to some old pals. Throw you in a little race on a wheel.
Let Michelle go. Vin Diesel's like, hey, don't go too fast. This guy's pistons are going to blow. Like, how do you know that? Because I'm a motherfucking psych.
But why can't I still go fast?
Because I said so, woman.
Ride or die, remember?
No, not today.
We cut that second part out.
Yeah.
It's just riding.
So she races the guy's pistons blow just like Vin Diesel said. With his powers, she wins. Everybody's around her like, oh my God, I know you. Here's the girl I've been hearing about. You're that ghost girl. Oh. She just starts freaking out, hyperventilating, punches one guy. The guy comes up, grabs him from behind and just punches him in the face. Damn, Letty, what up with that? Right, your girl still got that right hook. Diesel was like, you could never take a punch. She gets in her car and drives off. Then we cut to...
She went to her own grave plot that they made for her whenever they thought she was dead. She's like, man, I used to always come here. I thought this was a funny joke at first, but you know what? This is real, Dom. The real Letty died. I'm gonna destroy it. He's got the sledgehammer. He's gonna break it. It's like, no, it's true. The real Letty died that day. She's just a memory now. I don't have her memories. Every time you look at me, you see 15 years worth of history, and you have so much expectation, and I cannot reciprocate that love, Dom. I don't have that for you, and it makes me feel worthless. I'm gonna leave right now, and I'm not coming back later. Bye.
So she walks away. Dom sad.
Standing there with a sledgehammer next to the green.
He just like, I thought he should have smashed it, but he didn't.
Old man Withers comes out. Vandals, get off my property. He stands around with that sledgehammer a lot in this movie, doesn't he?
He does.
Loves that sledgehammer. His weapon of choice.
No. That's not his weapon of choice. You know what his weapon of choice is. We have been given the backstory for his weapon of choice in the other movies. And it pays off.
He goes
later
full
on.
Leonardo on the...
Boy. So we get, oh shit, what was Paul Walker's character's name again?
Brian O'Connor.
Brian O'Connor. Yeah. Brian. There's a lot of names to remember around here, okay?
Brian is revving up, getting his engine ready. They're zooming into his eyes.
Oh, he's about to get a race on. Pulls up in a minivan. He's the next car in the carpool line, dropping off his son.
Cool, Dad.
It's been like 3 years later since the last movie. He's dropping off his son. It's like, oh man, I don't think I can get used to this. Oh my God. How do you open this door? This unbelievable smoking hot teacher walks up, sticks her hand in there. Hey, I got it. Oh, thanks. Doing this weird flirting thing with him. Whoa. This is a married man right now, lady.
I think I could get used to this.
Back off, sugar. She was just hot for no reason. They just had this hot lady do it.
Life in the carpool lane.
So he drops off Jack. Like, wait, give me a high five. Yeah.
Just said Jap.
Oh no, Jack. Why would I say, please cut this? That's not, no, we love everyone. Andrew's a little tired, everybody. He's a little tired right now. Everybody just bear with him.
I'm good.
Everybody just bear with him.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what we cut to next, baby? My boy Hobbs is doing
The DSS headquarters.
He's at the DSS headquarters. I don't know what that stands. You know what that stands for?
Dwayne.
Smack him and shoot him. The Dwayne smack him and shoot him headquarters. He's stamping his papers like boom.
Captured. Boom.
Captured.
Lena's got a new haircut.
Lena, ooh, looking cute and all that good shit. She walks up. She's like, I know the look on your face. You're disappointed. It was too easy for you. You didn't even run. Look, woman, I'm just doing my papers. Plus, it gives me time to work out. Oh, okay. It's like, see you have a good night, Elena. So Elena walks up. Yeah, like the way they said this out, no, some shit was about to happen to Elena. I was so scared.
There are about 3 or 4 times where they're dragging out the scene, like Jason Statham was about to just kill Elena.
I was expecting him to pop out, stab Elena in the throat brutally. I was just like, oh my God, no, not Elena. Luckily, it didn't happen. Elena goes downstairs. He looks on his desk, grabs an envelope, runs downstairs, gives it to her. He's like, here's your letter of recommendation you asked for. Put a lot of good words in. Apparently, this is her last movie too.
I guess so.
No, that means Eva Mendes got to come back. He gives her the letters. He goes back upstairs, doing his little hops, and he's walking, go up, and he sees a shadowy figure in his office on his computer. The hell? Walks over. Let me reach for my gun. You know he's got that revolver, that Magnum, that big ass Magnum. So he reached and he saw it was in a jacket pocket, hanging on a coat rack in the office behind Jason Statham. The Rock walks over and said,
Give me a minute.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, you did that up in my office.
I just want to find out that team who took out my brother.
Every time we do a Jason Statham part, you gotta do that exact voice. So you do it perfectly. I want you to do the voice, sir. You need to be Deckard Shaw in this podcast. Please do. Please continue.
Give me a minute. I almost hacked your whole system.
There ain't no team, man. All right, you need to get up out my chair. Something bad happened to you.
Look at this USB stick. It's full of data. That says you're lying to me, and I don't like liars. Maybe I'll start with this little Asian one that's on my screen right now.
We didn't see that until after the big battle.
Crikey.
So Rock's like, oh, you need to get up out of here right now. They just start swinging on them. Oh my God. Let me tell you something.
This is the best fight in the movie right here.
This is the best one?
This is the best one. They pull back a lot, and you really get to see both these guys going at it. They have long angles, following them a lot. This is a fun fight.
I think I like the ending fight better than this one, but okay, I understand what you're saying.
Well, I think I like this one more because it's not interrupted.
Oh, yeah, because it was part of the climax, and it was cutting between other things. Okay.
I do like the infight a lot, though, but because it was chopped up. Anyway, back to this fight.
Yeah. Ooh. This fight. Yo, Jason Statham and Hobb go at it just physically.
Deckard's got the speed. Hobbs got the power.
He's like slamming him through glass. One point he slams Deckard down. He just does that little walk over to him like you don't even know what's about to happen to you. He does that little swag walk. You know what I'm talking about.
Give me the veggies. Give me the veggies.
Oh, he about to get the veggies, all right. Smashes him up against some walls and stuff. Deckard using his speed, tackles him down like a level or something. Weird. The way Office was nice.
There's a slight drop on the platform, tackles him over a couch down onto a table and breaks it, throwing each other through glass. Yeah, they had the long shot from outside the office where you just see them keep throwing each other through glass
That was amazing. And then Rock pulls out his signature move. The rock bottom. They should have had JR commenting this whole fight.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Don't stop. No, don't do this. No.
Somebody stop the match.
It would have been
Somebody
great.
have mercy. Stop the damn match.
Well, in later try, Rock eventually gets knocked down and sees that he has a gun.
Jason Statham on the rock bottom table grabbed a glass shard, incapacitated his leg.
Knocked down off his feet. There's a hidden gun under a coffee table, and he pulls it up and starts shooting at him. And then later comes in and starts shooting at him. Then this dude pulls out a hockey puck grenade.
He's always got grenades. It's knuckle puck time, boy.
Yeah, he pulls out a hockey puck grenade, throws it at him. Roxy's like, get down. He grabs later, then boom, and they go flying through the window.
Rock shifts his momentum so he's on the bottom and
smash into the thing. He wasn't wearing no Batman armor.
He was wearing a vest, but at the same time, he completely destroyed the roof of an SUV 5 stories below.
Hobbs is the Incredible Hulk of this franchise right now. They make that comparison. They don't. Lane is like, oh my God, Hobbs, he's just knocked out.
Doom.
Then we cut to, you see the office all messed up, and you see the picture of Hans on the screen. Hans is his first target.
And there was
here.
a recording looping saying, it's just something I gotta do.
Oh my God.
He just kept looping over and over.
Just something I gotta do.
So they've all been compromised. He's gonna go after Han personally because Han's off by himself.
Yeah, Hans in Tokyo. Easy target to pick off. Oh shit, I forgot what Vin Diesel's name was. Toretto.
Dominic Toretto.
Dom and Mia are talking, walking out the door. And while shit, what's Paul's name again? Brian. I keep forgetting the character. I love this movie, but I keep forgetting the character's name. I'm sorry. Brian putting Jack into the car seat. I remember Jack because that's my homie right there. To the car seat in the minivan.
I think this is might be one of the first scenes that he wasn't fully there to complete.
Yeah, it seemed like
because they were keeping him off to the side with Jack in the van.
Yeah, there was no
reason. He should have.
There was no cutting to him at all. That's how I noticed that it was too.
And the only shot you get of his face is through smoke, and it looked a little sketchy to me.
Mia and Dom are talking about how Brian is having a hard time adjusting to this life now. He misses the bullets. I just can't think of that. Yeah, that's what it is.
He doesn't miss the cars. He just misses the bullets.
He misses the bullets. It just hurts my heart. And I'm pregnant, by the way.
Baby number 2. Does he know?
No, I haven't told him.
You gotta tell him, Mia.
You do. No, you do, Deckard.
Okay.
Like, all right, Mia, you gotta tell him. It's like, all right, hey, you got this package right here.
It's from Tokyo.
It's from Tokyo.
Says there's just something I gotta do.
Shut up, Andrew, now let this down. Because he says it like Fast 5 and Furious 6.
He says we'll get there eventually in the Fast 5.
Something they gotta do.
He gets a phone call from Jason Statham, who's in the middle of killing Han.
Number. Then you get the cliffhanger from the 6th movie where he's like, Dominic Toretto, you don't know me. You're about to. He looks at the package. Get down. Blows up the house that he wanted to get back. It was the whole purpose of Furious 6 because he wanted to go back home. Pissed off.
Jack!
Yeah, Brian does the smartest thing. Shuts the door and shields himself in his head, like smashes into the glass. So when an explosion happens, he falls on the ground. Then Mia's the first one to get up, runs over. Brian opens the door. Jax is okay. Got a little tears in his eyes. He all right. He's tough because he's going to come from the future in the next movie. The future Jax is going to come help him out, fight the alien invasions. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting a little carried away. I'm not drawing a blank. I know what happens next.
It's okay.
Let me think. Dom goes to the hospital to see Hobbs. It's late at night, everybody. Everybody calm down. Elena's telling Dom, first thing he said was, get me Dom. Dom stops like, how you doing? She's like, get the hell away from me.
Full of Joey Tribbiani on her.
Like, how you doing?
How you doing?
She's like, you left me for that other woman. Bye.
But the other woman left me.
Yeah, it's like, nah, cuz. It ain't going down like that. Bye. So she walks out. You see Hobbs with his cast on, got a little leg brace.
Probably should have at least had a neck brace on after what happened as well.
That is the Incredible Hulk.
It's not realistic either way, but at least put a neck brace on him to make it look a little...
Rock. That dude is built for impact. I bet he get hit by 18 wheel and walk away from that.
I hope he never has to test that.
Just chisel. Anyway, he's watching Incredible Hulk. His daughter's in the room. She's like, hey, Dom, my dad kicked your ass. Well, your dad's on like pain meds right now. So Elena grabs his daughter. They go get some ice cream. Andrew, what are you laughing at? I'm telling the story, Andrew.
I was just imagining Elena grabs the daughter and just jumps out the window like Hobbs did with her. For no
They
reason.
go get ice cream. That's how they go get ice cream, y'all. Dom's like, so what's happening here?
He got very serious. You laughed at his face that he made.
He said something that was crazy, like super serious. I was like, don't get super serious on me. I like Muscle Way to do it. Don't get super serious on me. He says like, so what's the plan? Or something. He said something crazy like that. Anyways, Rock was telling him, you remember Owen Shaw? His big bad brother. Betrayed by whoever. He was a necessary evil, that he wasn't necessary anymore. They sent the whole team together. Whole team died and he disappeared forever. Until now.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, cool story, bro. So how do I find him or whatever? Officially, I'm supposed to tell you, back off. How do I find him? Officially, I'm supposed to tell you, stand down. How do I find him? Officially, I'm supposed to tell you, go hit the gym, blow off some steam. How do I find him? I said, officially, just go buy some puppies, man. How do I find him? All right, when you see him, put a bullet in him. Oh, don't miss. That's what he said. Don't miss.
That's how you find him.
That's how you find him.
That's how you find him.
So unofficially, when you find them, you don't miss. Because before it was like, it set the team in and they all missed. That's what he said when he's talking about how they set the team to go.
Yeah, because I didn't understand why he said don't miss. I thought he had something more clever. And
Yeah, that's say, I know where I need to go. So
but he ends up missing on purpose.
Oh, yeah. Dom goes to Tokyo. It was strange because I wanted Lucas to be at the funeral, but he wasn't.
There was a conversation at one point about, I'm going to go bring Han home. They put Mia in hiding, and he said it to Mia over the phone. She went to some random Cuban base of some sort, Dominican Republic base. I think he said, maybe he was on the phone. Mia on the phone.
I remember that.
How they were dropping Mia and Jack off.
At this place. Now, this guy here, Andrew, being serious, that is a young child.
Whoa. You're the one who made the association just now.
You started laughing after you said it. Okay, this guy whose mansion it was being protected by the Dominican Republic, was that one of the Spanish guys from Fast Five?
That'd be nice. I don't remember what his face was.
I think it looked like that skinnier, taller one.
Was he talking English? Because then I don't recognize him.
He said something in English at one point to Mia. Those guys didn't come back. I was hoping at the end of the movie, Sean will show up with those guys, combined with The Rock, make a Megazord or some shit like that. Shit'll go down.
They remind the audience about to have a baby soon, and she feels self-conscious that she's not good enough for Brian. He will never take to domestic life. Brian's whole thing is that he needs to learn to move on.
Tells Dom, so many guards around, will be fine. Brian set up his little FBI shit in the garage. Goes and talks to Brian. Brian's all like, I just thought we wouldn't have to do this anymore. One day we won't have to. We could be happy together again. I love you. I love you. Mwah. Then Tokyo.
It's only Monday. Tomorrow never comes until it's too late.
Andrews.
They played the song from the third movie, the beginning of the third movie.
Oh, so it was?
The opening song from the third movie.
I
they
did not
played
know.
it as a transition into Tokyo. It was
What?
great. It was one of the best parts of the movie.
I did not know it was over the song.
They played the It's Only Monday because it's slow-mo and they're beating up all the people in the parking lot during the Tokyo Drift movie at the beginning.
Beating up all the people in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Trying to get into a fight, then they race, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to see the scene from the end of Tokyo Drift.
Bow Wow walks up.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, guy want to race a new DK. I don't feel like racing. Say he knew Han.
Said Hans was family.
And we just skip what they meet. Sean talking to Dom.
Yo, man, I heard you, can I be in the rest of the movie, man?
This guy came back for this one scene. It's very disappointing that we didn't get to see this guy play a bigger role in helping them in the movie, but I guess we'll get that in the next movie.
The marketing people did some research, and I'm afraid, Mr. Black, they don't want to see you for the rest of the movie.
No, this has to be a tribute to Paul. We're just gonna have to chill out until the next movie, okay? All right, here's some stuff we found at the crash. Picture of Giselle, and hands a picture of not a picture. He hands of the necklace with the cross.
We found this.
That your boy dropped. What's his name? Deckard. He's like, all right. Cuts to Los Angeles at the funeral. Tyrese, Luda being all serious. Okay, Roman and Tej are being all serious.
What?
Like, man, I don't want to go to more funerals.
Promise me one more thing. No more funerals.
Yeah, I promise. No more.
Just one more. Oh, too soon, Paul Walker. Paul Walker making jokes about his own death in this movie.
He's referring to Deckard.
Out of the corner of his eye, Vin Diesel is seeing this random car driving by the funeral. Oh my gosh, they're gonna attack the funeral.
He's like, I ain't having that shit. So he hops in his car, starts chasing his asshole down, chases him into tunnel, underground street type. Is there a bridge up ahead or just one of those with a building? Those things where the building is above, huh?
Yeah, there's a huge fell down. How did they get to? I don't know how they got there. They got down there somehow.
You know how they have?
It's
like a street through a building. That's what it was. Stops in there. He sees Deckard facing him. They play a game of chicken. Bam! Smash to each other. Nobody flies through the windshield. They was going fast. Somebody should have flown through the windshield. I did see Dom's airbag deploy, but I don't know how Deckard survived.
His car was reinforced.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right, Andrew. That is how he survived. Because Dom got out, called cheating. He pulls a gun on Dom. He's like, thought this was gonna be it. No, you gotta do the voice, Andrew. You gotta do the voice.
Thought this was gonna be street fight.
And then boom, SWAT team busts in.
This is not that kind of movie. Shoots Vin Diesel in the head.
Oh no, that is not what happened.
Movie's over. Everybody go home.
So the SWAT team comes in,
drops down, starts shooting at Jason Statham. Somehow he gets away. I don't remember how. He just runs away
because they came in and they didn't chase after him. They just looked at Dom and started pointing the guns at him. One guy walked up to him and said, "Get on the ground." Dom like smacked his gun out of his hand and grabbed him.
He starts choking this guy in full SWAT gear.
Out of him. The door opens. You see some feet wearing a suit, and then it pans up. It is Kurt Russell. Everybody.
Who? Oh.
So Kurt goes and I'm talking to him. He's like, Tom, come back, calm down. We're on the same team here.
You want to let my boy go, though? He's getting a little blue. He's
he's nice. He's like, who are you? He's like, we have a mutual friend laid up in the hospital. Oh, well, what's your name? Yeah, you could call me Mr. Nobody. And that's his name throughout the whole movie, Mr. Nobody. Credited as on IMDb.
I work for a shadow government agency. You just fell straight into the lap of a secret war going on between Shaw's people and my people. I don't work for the official government. I'm above the rules. Now,
Shaw don't have no people. Not yet.
The people who created Shaw, I guess he was referring to them.
He's just referring to the terrorist life in general, I think. Anyways, come with us. We'll let you go. He said, all right. They go to S.H.I.E.L.D.
They tell you exactly what city and state it's in, though, if you ever want to visit it.
Los Angeles S.H.I.E.L.D. Division. Kurt Russell. His dad. He's telling them about, it's like, so this is what's going on. This is a terrorist right here, Blood Diamond. He's got a hacker named Ramsey. He's got this program called the God's Eye. With it, you could pretty much find anybody on the planet in minutes or hours if they're on the other side of the planet.
Remember Bin Laden? We could have had him in 2 seconds.
Yeah. It took us 10 years to get him. We could have had him in 2 seconds. That's what God's Eye
allegedly
is. It's just a big, ooh. All right. It's pretty much screw everybody's rights thing. We're going to use every device on the planet to pinpoint your location exactly.
What? We're supposed to just trust Kurt Russell's character with this device? What's his motivation? He just wants it for his shadow government so they can be all powerful. That seems like a horrible... They're a villain.
They're the United States, Andrew.
They're the
good guy. You gotta cut that, bro. You just gotta be cut. They are the good guys fighting the terrorists. You can't say that.
In a children's cartoon, they're the good guys.
Oh.
They're gray, Raymond. They're gray.
Yeah, but we didn't get to that yet in this franchise because we got Hobbs, who's awesome patriotism, and now you get into shady part. You get into the Hydra people like like Mr. Nobody within the S.H.I.E.L.D. organization. So just calm down. You'll get that in the next movie, Andrew.
Okay.
So right now, U.S. government are good guys, and they want to get this out of the hands of terrorists because the terrorists already have the hacker and the God's Eye. They can do anything they want with it. He tells them, I need you to get this for me. When you get it for me, I got full permission to use it so you can locate Shaw. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. Deal. Tom's like, I'll do it.
But I only work with my crew.
I thought you'd say that. That's why we picked them up. They all roll up in here.
They must have arrested or apprehended all these people and forced them in. That would have been a fun scene to see. Just how Roman got forced into the back of an SUV.
They picked them up at the funeral.
Oh no.
That's why we left off with them. They were at the funeral while Dom chased them.
Did they all go willingly?
That is a good thing, Andrew. You pointing out that because they don't like cops. No,
Yeah.
they don't like cops at all.
They're like authority.
I thought nobody at the if everybody would excuse me, allow me to jump ahead right quick. At the end of the movie, the cops start chasing them because they're speeding so fast. They're just dodging out the way, letting the cops take all these missile shots to the face and dying, just not caring. You're right, man. We should have got that scene. That would have been a great fun scene to see.
Yeah.
But we didn't get it.
Okay.
All right, moving on. So, pull out, get out of the cars.
Brian just awkwardly stands there and doesn't say anything.
Oh,
It's
the
like,
scene from the trailer.
he's gonna say a
I
got
got family.
He didn't say anything. He just looks around like, okay.
Nice digs. They're talking about how, what's Blood Diamond's name in the movie? It'll be easy to call him by his name in the movie.
Really?
Instead of calling him Blood Diamond. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. Forgive me. Jakande.
That's easier.
Jakande is moving Ramsey here. He's going to pass through these mountain ranges. We need to track him down. Roman interrupts. I need to make some decisions around here. I was like, all right, whatever, Roman.
Like, I was a little apprehensive about doing a heist, but I did that.
Yeah, he pretty much explained.
You wanted me to stop a tank. I was like, but I did that. But now you want me to take down a terrorist? I don't know. I got to start making some decisions, man. I got to reassess my life. I need to be in charge. I need to start coming up with my own plans.
All right, what would you have us do, Robert?
I didn't mean right now. Immediately, I mean, this Commander Shepard's just standing there staring at him.
There was this generic soldier who dies later on. He's like, I can't remember what his name was. He has a few lines.
Shepard.
That's his name was Shepard?
That's
okay,
Shepard.
The generic Shepard.
Commander Shepard.
Commander Shepard's like looking at him like, oh my God, who let this guy in here?
We should probably attack him here, because that's where they least expect. Shepard's like, look at this dumbass.
How you supposed to get in there?
And that's why they least expect it. Meanwhile, Ludacris is just playing on his phone throughout this whole scene.
Dom was like, hey, Tej, you think you can get us in this? Yeah, I got some ideas. And he talks to Kurt Russell
Paul
about
Walker gets a couple shots like, hey, I'm in this scene too.
Oh, there's something about his prom date from back in the day.
The only thing
Somebody needs or something.
Yeah, somebody brought you knee was your prom date. Holds up his fingers like, twice.
I read your file about all the stuff you did. After meeting your crew, I don't know how you did it. Oh, and your other crew members here. Letty comes back. I saw the house.
I came in the back door. Because she came from the opposite way.
She did
Because
come from the opposite way.
everybody else came from the hangar doors, and she came out through the offices.
Stop making innuendos.
That wasn't intentional at all. You're reading into that.
You said jack off, and now you're saying this one anyways.
Now, jack off was not on purpose. I just caught it,
You
and now you're
caught it
catching this
and
one.
laughed.
Neither of those were on purpose. This is organic stuff.
So she's like, I saw the house. I was so scared. I looked for you everywhere. It's all right. Looks at his necklace. Where'd you get that? Then she's like a vision.
Mystical device that starts to give her memory back. So you good to ride?
Yeah, I'm good to ride.
All right, suit up.
There's a quick black cut. Opens up to them sitting in the cars. Roman's in there. He's like,
Somebody just walk me through what we're supposed to be doing.
you're right, Roman. You gotta use the bathroom. Tez is just messing with him. Paul Walker doesn't have a lot of lines either. I think they cut his lines or something. I don't know.
Like they're intentionally downplaying him in scenes that he actually was in, so it's less noticeable for the scenes that they cut around him, I guess.
It was very weird.
Oh, Brian's in this movie. Hey, Brian, I miss you.
Door opens to this airplane. They all start backing out. Dom goes first, and Brian goes, all right, might as well. Like, woo. He's like, oh, shit. No, wait a minute now. I wasn't expecting this shit. Then Tej goes, Letty goes. Roman just stays in there.
He's like, Roman, buddy, what's up, man?
Just
What's
coming
going on?
down. Can't do it, y'all. I'm sorry. I failed y'all. Apologize.
Roman, we're running out of time. The GPS is almost out of range. Your chute will guide you the rest of the way. You don't even have to do anything.
Sorry, I failed y'all.
Hey, man, sorry to let you down.
You like, what? I hate you, Tej. They all land on the road, pop the chutes.
Except for
Some
Roman.
of 'em-
Roman goes spinning off.
into the woods because he shot too late.
We'll come back for you, Roman.
He's like, oh, guys, no. We forgot to mention when they were gearing up, Vin tells Tej,
Make the demon love child of this muscle car in this armored Jeep. High suspension so he can absorb the impact of them going down. And armor shielding.
he reinforced the frame. They're driving, come up on a convoy, sees them coming.
The convoy is this huge bus. Vehicles in the front, vehicles in the back. Tony Jaa sends 2 Jeeps back there with Gatling guns. And they open up and they start firing. So they're blocking both lanes, firing at him. And then they're like, for the flying V! And they all get behind Tej, who's in the armored Jeep, pushing him. Can't touch this. Oh!
Can't
Hammer
touch it.
time!
Yeah.
And then they all rev up and they slam his vehicle in between the 2 Gatling gun Jeeps. Jeeps, push them off the road.
Knock the other 2 cars out the way as well. Letty and Brian shoot the
Little grenade launchers, sticky grenades.
On the 2 sides. Whenever that happens, they open up the side panels of the bus. They start firing at him with these
armor-piercing.
Yeah, armor-piercing turrets. Ted sees this, he goes, oh shit, he starts rolling up his window. It's like a build-up, like, dude, he's like, ah!
He's rolling up.
Roll him up. Yeah, I thought about that.
Roll up.
He drives off the side. He's like, oh man, those are armor-piercing rounds.
Can't get up next to it anymore.
So Letty and Dom get behind and use their grappling hooks, grapple onto it. One of the Jeeps that they knocked out comes from behind with a RPG. He's like, you ready? Yeah. They blow it, pull the back of the bus off, go slamming into the RPG, and he blows up. Brian gets on the hood of his car, jumps into the vehicle, starts beating up some thugs. Oh, whenever they blew the hole and it knocked out Tony Jaa for a quick second. Ooh, excuse me. He gets to Ramsey, pulls the hood off. Very beautiful young lady. He's like, I'm gonna get you out of here. She's like, please don't kill me. He's like, no, I'm gonna get you out of here. Cuts her loose, start walking to the back. All of a sudden, they see on the GPS, oh, wait a minute, who's this? Decker comes in with a tumbler. He's got this armored tumbler car. It's
like,
not black.
Hey guys, the only reason we're here is to get to this guy, and he's here, so maybe we should stop doing the rest of this mission and just go after Shaw, and we'll have what we want. We don't have to help these shady government people.
Well, they kind of did that.
One of them did it.
This person would die.
He gets her to jump on the hood of Dom's car. You gotta jump or you're gonna die. Okay.
We're gonna jump. 1, 2. He just throws her. Ah! She lands on top of the front of the hood of the car. Grab my hand. She's trying to reach to the sunroof to grab Dom's hand. Deckard is just slamming the side of the car, trying to knock her off.
She has nothing to hold on to. She's like slipping on the windshield
She grabs
with her
onto
hands.
the hood part. Dom just like, screw it, hydraulics it, pops her up to the sunroof, grabs it, pulls her in. Letty, y'all get Brian. Where you going? Drives off with Ramsey. Deckard follows him. Flying through the wood, terrorist vehicles follow him too. And they hit these dips, jumps, and one of the terrorist guys just smashes into like a tree log that's sticking up.
Sharp edge pointed directly at where this guy's driver's seat was.
R.I.P. Tony Jaa wakes up. Tony Jaa and Paul Walker get into fisticuffs. Anybody who knows Tony Jaa knows Paul Walker would have not stood a chance.
There were a couple instances where he just decided to give him an elbow instead of snapping his neck.
Yeah. He had the upper hand, but
I don't feel like finishing this fight yet.
Toy around. We can't murder you.
Oh, meanwhile, this bus driver is still driving this bus this whole time for some
The bus
reason.
driver just doesn't care to pull out a gun and try to shoot and help somebody. But eventually, Tony Jaa pulls out a gun, fire, and Paul redirects it and accidentally hits the bus driver. What bus driver?
Oh, crap.
What is happening? What's wrong?
He falls on the steering wheel.
Having a good laugh over there by himself.
No.
Bus flips on its side, and Tony Jaa
locks Paul Walker inside the bus.
yeah, they try to jump out the back.
They both see the cliff at the same time, and they're like, "Who?" And then they both do a little,
They
little
start
race
running
to the back.
towards it, and then Tony Jaa grabs Paul, throws him in the back, and then closes the gate, locks it.
You're too slow.
He says, too slow. He doesn't speak English very well. Too slow.
You're too slow, white man.
Oh, no.
Close it.
Jumps out the back. Paul's locked in it. Meanwhile,
On the forest moon of Endor.
Shaw and Dom are still chasing after each
Yeah,
other.
they got to the bottom, and now they're on the edge of a cliff like in Indiana Jones 4, and they're pushing up against each other, trying to knock Dom off the cliff. He's on the edge. Oh, my
He's
goodness.
driving, and then out of nowhere, not out of nowhere. Roman shows up, pushes Shaw off the cliff. And he goes rolling in his tumbler, and it crashes. Now, there was a part, I swear, it was on its side, and the wheel was still spinning, and I thought Shaw was getting ready to, like, the bat pod to come out of it. It would have been great. But it didn't happen.
Checking off.
Yeah, it was great. It looked like it was about to happen, and it didn't happen. He just gets up, grabs his gear, starts running through the woods.
Got this silent sniper rifle.
Dom tells Roman to get back with the others. Goes off. The terrorist jeeps are still coming to get on the road. There's more terrorist jeeps on the road.
Meanwhile, Brian decides to reenact the scene from Lost World.
Yeah. So he's like, the bus is like hanging off the cliff in the front. Walks over to the front.
Clearly, the only way I can get off is not to use my gun to break a window. I got to go out the door, hang from the door, climb the front of it.
He had a gun. There was a gun there, though. There were guns there.
Yeah,
so.
there might have been one somewhere on the bus.
Yeah, he couldn't find it.
He needed to work on his
Opens the
biceps.
door to the bottom, opens up, gets down there. The body of the driver falls on him, falls down the cliff. He climbs up the front of the bus. He starts running on top of the
weight's
side
shifting.
of the bus.
The weight's shifting.
Yeah,
the bus
it's
is starting to
falling down,
fall.
and Letty comes in, Letty swoops in,
Woo!
and then Paul grabs onto her spoiler of her car, and she flings him over, and he goes rolling, just lands on his back. He's like, And Letty gets out the car and goes, "You all right?" "Yeah, thanks." The next shot just helps him get in the car. She didn't go over to help him pick him up. Just get in the car, and then he just gets in the car too with her, and then it goes. So Dom's still being chased by the black cars. Boy got from the front. He swerves. He's on a cliff. And they all just perfectly form a crescent around him, block him in. Out steps Blood Diamond. Sorry, I can't remember the name.
I need to know the name of the one who's caused me so much trouble.
I'm very impressed.
Shepard's like, man, what's he doing? Is he an idiot? Got himself cornered. There's nowhere to go. Kurt Russell's like, no one puts Dom in a quarter.
Yeah, he did say that line, doesn't he? No one puts Dom in a quarter. Anyways, Shark assembles a sniper rifle, looking at him. All the terrorists have their guns drawn. Get ready, aim for the driver. Dom starts doing donuts in the dirt, making a
smoke screen.
And then he ends up facing towards the cliff. Girl's like, "You're facing the wrong way." "No, I'm not." Crashes, rolls, tumbles, and everything's reinforced. "Are you okay, sir? Is there? What is the matter? What is happening?"
Nothing.
Okay.
She's got a helmet on, and Dom's just bracing himself like he usually does.
Well, you don't see it. They don't show you what's happening inside the car.
They show you what's happening to Dom's side of the seat. You don't see her side of the seat, though.
Anyways,
You see-
boom, crash. Everybody pull up.
And Dom's the first one to get...
Dom gets out. He's stumbling around like, "Oh, shit."
Not the girl with the helmet on. He's the one that gets out.
Nah, cause Dom's built for that kind of shit, yo. It's like, "I told you, coming handy." It's like, yeah. Then they go and they cut to the girl waking up on a bench. Michelle Rodriguez is like, "Hey, hello, Killy's awake, everybody." Tej and Roman are talking.
Sure, that's the hacker, man. She doesn't have no pimple, no glasses.
Nah, man, that girl's a hack. Look at that body.
Oh, girl, look at that body. You work out. So, tell us where we need to go to get God's Eye. Oh, it's gonna be in Abu Dhabi. This guy has it that I know. Well, that was easy. Why'd you tell us that? They would have tortured you for that information. Well, I didn't trust them because they kidnapped me, but I trust you because you saved me.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I guess that does make sense.
That she just like did that profile.
And you work for the U.S. government, right? Raymond says they're the good guys.
Oh my God, Andrew. Boy, Hobbs said Mr. Nobody was cool. That is okay. Because my boy Hobbs don't take no corruption.
That's why he hired Gina Carano in the last movie. That worked out.
Yeah, I had to bring that up. Anyway,
Hobbs is losing his touch, man.
Hobbs ain't losing his touch.
When it comes to new hires.
Hobbs get that touch
He needs
back
a better
by the end of
screening
this movie.
process.
I'm telling you, they're going to have the Hydra situation in the U.S. government. They're going to stop Hydra next movie. We're going to get our alien invasion in part 9. Okay.
You don't even know us. What makes you think you know us? It's like, I know exactly who you guys are. That one right there.
You're a former cop.
Judging by your training and the way you beat up Tony Jaa.
You're the tech guy. You're the alpha. You're Mrs. Alpha. And you're the Joker. What? A double alpha.
Ay.
Oh, no.
He says you're alpha, and then it's just alpha's over there behind Dom.
Sent on a secret mission for Zorda.
No, that's what we needed, man. Alpha 5 riding with them.
Just holding on in the passenger seat.
Him and Roman have to drive together.
Oh, God. You can't do that to the Beach Boys? Okay, so...
You're gonna pump back.
All right, tell nobody we're going to Abu Dhabi.
Tell nobody. Don't tell anybody.
Tell Mr. Nobody we're going to Abu Dhabi.
During the plane ride there, Letty's sleeping and Dom takes the time out to talk to Brian about what's really important. Brian brings up again how he really misses the bullets. And Dom's like, you know, the best thing that you ever did was being there for my sister. That's the best thing you ever did.
The bravest thing.
Bravest thing you ever did.
Yeah, and being there for my nephew Jack. We'll always get a Brian Dom scene in these movies like that.
Well, this one was a little truncated. I feel like they didn't have that much footage going on because they had to cut away from Brian really fast a lot during this one. And they were really focusing on Dom, so I don't think they had a lot of footage of Paul for this particular scene, which was kind of noticeable in this one as well. The second scene where it seemed a bit noticeable.
Copy. So they end up in Abu Dhabi. Fine girls walking around everywhere.
Yeah, they went crazy during the race wars, too, that we didn't even bring that up. They were just nonstop butt-shaking shots of women and upskirt shots.
Hey.
They're about 30 and 30 seconds.
Was not complaining. Was not complaining. A+ on them for that shit. Just sitting on the beach trying to go over everything. Tej and Robin are talking about how they got dibs on Ramsey. Letty's like, you two sound like a bunch of middle school kids. Then we get one of those nice shots of Ramsey coming out the water on the beach. Not complaining. Andrew gave the smirk with the nod just now. He's like, yeah, that was good.
Random shot of Paul Walker laughing, and that's all you get for this scene.
This random guy walks up, just creeped, like, yeah, you should have seen my nuts, something like something. I don't know what he said. I couldn't understand what he was saying. I'm not trying to be racist or nothing. A Middle Eastern guy with a suit on walked up. I couldn't understand.
It's effortless.
He was speaking English. I couldn't understand what he was saying. And Ramsey walks up to us like, hey, you got my package I gave you? He was like, yes, I sold it. What do you mean you sold it? We need it back. Good news is I sold it to this Prince. And that's his penthouse right there. He put it in his car.
It's in the tallest of the 3 towers.
Yeah, he put it in his car. So you need to go up to his penthouse and get out of his car. So this was supposed to be like a stealth mission too. Didn't end up being a stealth mission.
They're not acting like they're undercover at all. They drove up in these 5 cars and they just parked them all along the whole entire drive right next to each other. Came out in their best dressed gear.
Andrew, that's when they first arrived. They pulled up in the cars. Yeah, but that was when they first arrived at Abu Dhabi. They pulled up in the cars.
Yeah, but they're still being very, very conspicuous. Like, this guy is a rich guy and he would probably have contacts around town who would see that these random people drove up in ritzy cars and fancy clothes and booked hotel rooms.
They wasn't in the fancy clothes yet, Andrew. Because the guy says, sure, I can get you in the party, but you're not going to be getting in the party dressed like that. That's when they cut to them walking down the stairs in their fancy clothes. And then you get that nice little cut. Letty's dressed like waves, a little red dress waves and cuts the scene, but her red dress is still on the end of the screen. I like that. It was a nice touch. So they go to the party. Tej and Ramsey sneak into this back area, go over what everybody's going to do. Dom and, shit.
What a movie to forget his name, too.
It's Paul Walker. Dom and Paul Walker.
Brian.
Dom and Brian. They have to get the chip out of the car. Letty, you have to hack in first to get all the codes for the whole building.
Make sure
Unlock
it doesn't
things.
lock down. Yeah.
Roman's like, what do I do? We'll need you when we need you. Yeah, that's right. Special ops.
Man, they party like this all the time. Look at these gold member girls dancing around here. Woo!
Okay,
Man, I'm going to start my own race in Abu Dhabi. Call ourselves Arabs, Black Arabs.
He made that joke in the movie. I was shocked.
Horrified. Half the audience walked out so offended by that joke.
They were not offended. Nobody was offended by that joke.
All right, good.
Nobody didn't laugh either, but nobody was offended. Letty walks up to this guard like, no, the party's that way. So I need to bam, bam, bam. Yeah, instantly take this guy down. Uses his key card, opens the door, drag his body in. He's like, it's behind the phone jack. So she opens up the phone jack.
All right, I took the jack off.
My God. So she takes off the phone jack and
Jack's off.
Ted's telling her to locate this wine. Speak English. The orange one gets it. All right, we're in. Open the door for Dom and Brian to the car. Look how beautiful this is. There's like 15 of these in the world. I hate this guy. I just want to punch him in the face. Say, all right, let's move. Before that, Roman causes distraction for them to slip away. Grabs this one girl's like, it's your birthday, huh?
Another racist joke. You Jasmine?
Yeah, oh my God. I can't believe he said that too.
You Jasmine?
Oh my God.
It's your birthday. Come on, Jasmine.
I couldn't believe he said that.
He didn't get to sing A Whole New World
Oh,
with her.
that would have been great. You should have finished it. You should have finished out. Should have finished it out with that. I don't know why they didn't make him do it. I guess Disney has the rights for the suit. Gets to the DJ booth, saying all kind of crazy stuff, singing happy birthday to this girl.
Pushes Will.i.am stunt double out the window.
Yeah. So apparently, it credited T-Pain being one of the DJs. Didn't look like T-Pain. Maybe I saw something in the credits I didn't see.
He starts singing the Happy Birthday song. So now they got to put that in the credits.
Gotta credit that happy birthday song.
Pay royalties to the Happy Birthday song.
Copyrighted.
Brian in the car.
Toretto lifts up the front of the car. Hey, you got this? He's like, get under there. He's like, all right, I'm sorry.
We probably should have brought a jack or something. All the bodyguards are females, so this guy likes to have females around him. He doesn't like masculine men around him. He just got these buff female bodyguards that stand by and are beck and call.
4 of them are wearing uniform. Leader of them, Ronda Rousey, face painted up, sexy dress, blending in. They open the door. Lady's like, would you believe me if I told you I knocked him out with my charm? They start attacking her, and she quickly takes out the 4 generic bodyguards. Her and Ronda Rousey start fighting, bashing each other against tables.
Glad you showed up because these parties are boring. They take a lot of punishment. Smashing each other's heads in the columns.
That brutality. Talia Catwoman fight.
Slicing each other's legs.
And they fall off the balcony on DJ's table. Guards are like, go in lockdown. Tej and Ramsey are trying to stop everything from going in lockdown. Dom's like, forget it. We're taking a car. They drive through the gate. They make it out. They make it into the lobby area where the party was. Everybody's running around.
Some guards came up to assault Tej.
Tej's like, whoa. Like, hold on. And Tej just does like a quick karate move. He judo chops the shit out of him. We haven't seen Tej do this before. Then he just like,
there was no line or anything afterwards.
He brushes off like, let's go. Tej didn't need a line. He was badass. Then the elevator door opens. Hey, Shaw comes out with his gun. What you hiding for? What's the matter, Andrew?
This is the second time.
Second time what?
He just showed up for no reason.
Man's hunting them.
How did he find them?
Oh my God, Andrew.
And he's showing up, and the whole purpose.
Hunting them.
The whole purpose of them doing this is to find him, and he keeps showing up where they are. Hey, at some point, maybe we should just get this guy out of the way.
I see what you're trying to do there, but you're not making sense.
What do you mean I'm not making sense?
Because, Andrew, they want to get him. They need to do this for the government so they can go get him. They don't know where he is. He has the resources to find them. And this is their only way to have the resources to find him.
I thought he was alone, Raymond. He's got a team of resources?
No, he doesn't have a team. He's doing his own thing, Andrew.
But how's he doing it? I want to see where he's doing it.
No,
what
you
is
don't
he
get
doing?
that. You don't get that. He's mysterious.
He's got
villain.
his own God's eye, apparently.
He's a villain, Andrew. You don't get to see
Does he
how
have his own
does
prototype God's eye?
He's hunting them.
Is he interested in the God's eye? No, he's not. He's just interested in hunting
He knows he wants to get Dom. And Dom is doing this so they can get him before he gets them. But he shows up under sweat. How do you know what?
About this party heist.
Oh my God.
How do you know about the first one either?
He used magic, Andrew. Let's move on. God. It's that important. Comes out with
Jason Statham's not important, everybody.
No, he is important. I'm just saying it's not important how he got to the party.
Nope. Cut him out. Cut him out.
It's not important how he got there.
Dom could have fought Blood Diamond at the end for all we care.
Oh my God.
Jason Statham had nothing to do with this movie. He just showed up every once in a while.
Oh my God. Here we go. Andrew's picking at something unnecessarily. He shows up out the blue. It's wrong, I guess. It's just wrong. He just showed up. Oh, whatever. Jason Statham comes out. He's shooting at him. They're going around the whole lobby in his car. Uses his grenade launcher. Starts shooting at him, and boom, he hits a pillar in the back. Tom's like, screw it. He drives out the window into the other building. And what's his name again? Deckard Shaw shoots a grenade and hits them in the back, propelling them further. They land into the building.
He realized in the middle of the second building that the brakes are out and he can't stop.
He says break jump, like he wants him to break you jump. He doesn't say jump out. He just says break jump.
Meanwhile, Brian's trying to dislodge that device.
He's trying to get the device out. Can't stop. Might as well keep going. And then they go through the next building into the other building.
Brian, we're running out of buildings, man.
Eventually, Brian gets it, and they jump out. Brian lands down, barely making it. Almost went over the cliff. Car falls. Luckily, didn't hit anybody. Now, this is where I noticed that wasn't Paul Walker.
Yeah, that was definitely a CG face. That was the one shot where it's really evident.
Super CG guy stands next to Dom. Then he just go to a magical Arabian chop shop. She just happened to be there with the guy who Ramsey set the drive to.
Yeah, that Indian guy that you can't understand.
Yeah, just talking.
Hey, man, welcome back to my garage that we never visited before because this movie was 2 hours and we cut that scene. But welcome back to my garage.
Anyways, nobody shows up with Shepard. Got the God's eye. He's like, here, all right, Dom, you really are good. Here you go. He gives him back the God's eye. I don't know why they just did that whole little shtick, but okay. Ramsey uses the God's eye, searches, finds Deckard Shaw. Like, that's where he is. He's like, let's go. He's in like some
abandoned warehouse on the
factory.
Abu Dhabi desert.
Dom tells nobody. My team isn't ready for this.
Tries to sneak out without him in the middle of the night.
And Brian's like, I thought you might say that. I'm coming too. Get there. They're
We're going with you, laddie.
Drive over, start looking for him, and then they stumble upon him, sitting down, eating him a nice, lovely dinner, minding his business. So, you found me.
I only warrant 12 men?
That's it?
I'm insulted. Hold on, let me wipe my face with this handkerchief. Oh, look, a grenade pin.
He pulled the grenade pin, set the grenade down while holding the handle for it.
You really think I wouldn't have a plan?
What do they say? Enemy, my enemy is my friend? I don't have friends. I got family. Well, I got some friends too. Blood Diamond and his crew show up, help out Mr. Statham. He throws a grenade, blows some shit up. Anyways, they cut the lights. They cut the lights. Kurt Russell looks at him, puts on his special night vision sunglasses, pulls out a dual-wielded handgun.
He's got to avenge Shepard. Commander Shepard went down, man.
That's right, they did kill Shepard. Because Shepard had the device with the God's eye in it. Murdered Shepard. I'm so upset. This is bullshit.
So
Shepard
Kurt Russell's out for blood.
Firing at him. Tony John comes in, climbing on the ceiling.
Kurt Russell.
He's climbing on the ceiling just like Spider-Man.
Kurt Russell just goes into God mode and just starts taking out everybody. Just instant take down everybody. And then randomly Digimon just fires his rifle, shoots him in the back. And then you're like, oh no, Kurt Russell just immediately died after getting on a kill streak. And then he just looks at Dom and there's a slow motion look on his face and he gives him a little wink. Wink. And Dom's like, what?
He get shot in the back by
No, I don't want to make out with you. attacked by terrorists, and this guy wants to make out with me.
Shot it back by Tony Jaa.
Dom pulls him aside.
I guess this was originally written before Paul Walker's death. Brian went forward, shoot against Shaw. Shaw throws a grenade out. And I was like, oh my God, no, don't do it. And then he's like, everybody get out the way. Jumps out the window, and some of their SWAT team gets blown up. Brian tries to grab the device with the God chip in it that Shepard was holding. I was like, leave it. We need to have a climax. So,
don't shoot it or anything.
like, leave it. We need to have a climax. So he did grab Kurt Russell, put him in the car, and they start driving. Woo. Kurt's like, oh man, I really gotta tell you, we work for a shadow organization like Andrew wanted. Like, I guess this way he was about to confess. No, he didn't do that. He just was like,
really
you really gotta try that
Belgian.
Yeah, that monk's ale. And a little thing about ale, and he was like, I like Coronas.
He just pulls out a Corona. He just pulls out a ice can Corona.
Ice bucket of Corona.
Get a nice shot of the Corona ice bucket. And then Dom's like, thanks. And he does a little pose with it to the camera. And then he just starts, that really hit the spot.
Like, we gotta get you to the hospital. Don't worry, guys. I got my own health insurance. Helicopter's on its way.
I got my helicopter app on my phone. There's an app for that.
Pull over, kid. Brian pulls over. And they put him on the side of a power line type thing.
I guess.
They just left him there. He's
I'm
like,
not going to leave you here.
Like, no, I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, he was wearing a bulletproof vest, by the way. That's how he was able to survive.
Yeah.
Sorry to not mention that.
But one of them still grazed his gut, and so he was bleeding. He needed medical attention.
They drive off.
They're going to be able to track us anywhere.
When they come, he's going to come with everything.
Our one advantage.
We're going to fight them on our home turf. So
yeah.
go back to Los Angeles. And they're standing there looking at Los Angeles. We're just looking at Los Angeles.
This town is a lonely town. I guess they're discussing what they have to do.
They're discussing,
It's
we're going to play hot potato with Ramsey.
Yeah.
They don't know where she is. Upload a virus into God's program. You want to upload a virus into my God program? Ted's like, yeah.
That's a brilliant idea, Ted.
That's a brilliant idea. Oh, yeah. A little tension here.
It's kind of like an obvious idea.
Roman saying this crazy Roman shit again.
Wait, why is... I guess it's because Digimon... I guess he has honor or something, so he wants to help Jason Statham? Is that the only reason this is happening? Why is this happening?
Because
he wants to eliminate
he needs
Ramsey?
to kill Ramsey because Ramsey can stop them.
But apparently she can only stop them whenever they're in proximity. So why would you... She can only hack in a certain distance.
Because they needed cell towers. They didn't have the equipment to do it worldwide, apparently.
Let's go back to Mr. Nobody's headquarters and broadcast across the satellites.
I don't know if they're going to have clearance for that. Yada, 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 yada. But yeah, she's the only one who could stop the God program.
All right.
So they have to kill her. So they want to play hot potato with her. Stop that from happening.
They don't like the human race, do they?
Who?
They just assume that this lady is the only one who could do it. There's got to be some more brilliant hackers out there who could figure this out.
She's the one who created it.
Yeah, she created it so it would be easiest for her. But I'm sure some other hackers could have found a way.
Tej probably did it. He probably helped build that program to stop it. So you're saying they could have did this without her? She could have died at any moment and Tej could have just did it? That what you're saying?
It would have been a lot harder, but the way Tej comes off in this movie, he can do anything. So
Yo, why you hating on Tej, bro?
Well, he can. He can hack into anything.
Tej could fly if he want to, without wings. You didn't like Ramsey, Andrew?
Huh?
You didn't like Ramsey? You wanted her dead. I was just wondering.
I didn't say I wanted her
You was
dead.
like she could die and anybody else could have it.
Actually, you brought up the topic that she could die at any point. I just
was
went
saying
along with
It was plot point because she could die. She died, and then God, I take over everything.
Then you have to confront the villain and get it back.
But you use it for whatever you want. He'll know you're coming.
Exactly. How do you feed a man who knows you're coming? That's interesting.
You put the fear into him. I don't know. Anyways.
He can't see all of us at one time. You have to trick out the camera, and they have to use their heist skills to avoid cameras and stuff like they did before. Stay off the grid, and he can't track all of us, especially if we're using our heist avoiding camera skills.
What did they do to heist avoid camera skills?
Fast Five. They were practicing how to be fast
they
enough.
Were it never worked.
Well,
and
yeah.
that's why they had to steal police cars.
Yeah, they weren't fast enough there, but...
That's why they had to steal police cars. And it ended up not being a stealth mission after all.
This is too much power for one person.
All right, so they gotta protect Ramsey. Dom goes to the Bat Cave that was blown up, gets his car for one last ride, gets a shotgun out the back of it, turns it into a sawed-off modified shotgun with corrosive damage. Something was wrong with the scene. Oh, we didn't see everybody prepared. We only saw Dom, Shaw, and Brian. That's weird. What is everybody else doing? What about Letty, Roman, and Tej?
Nobody cares about them,
Ramsey.
I guess.
Yeah, that's one of the things I didn't like. Why are we not getting everybody prepared? Just these three. Anyways.
Brian's in the parking lot making a phone call to Mia, and
he made that phone call.
She finally reveals to him that she has a second child, and he confesses to her that you're the best thing that ever happened to me. Then he says in a very somber voice, I love you. Don't say that. You make it sound like it's final, like you're not coming back. Say something else. It's like, kiss Jack.
Yeah, it was like, wait a minute, it's like the same somber thing.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna be like, see you later, Abigail. No, he's like, kiss Jack for me. Wait a minute,
And
he's
they-
still gonna die.
They had a nice little conversation about the sandwiches. It's like, yeah, that was one awful sandwich, man.
I still like the duck cat coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So they get ready. So they're driving around. Shaw is getting information from Digimon. Followed the Ramsey's in this car. Ramsey was riding with Brian, driving. They wait for him to get in proximity. Starts uploading the virus.
What car is he in?
Car's who?
Digimon. Ramsey's like, okay, which car is he in? We got a problem.
Oh yeah. Terrence turns around.
He's in a UFO.
He's in a spaceship. And he's in like some super armored helicopter. I ain't never seen that type of shit before.
Missiles all over it, decked out, Gatling guns.
Everything. It can launch a drone that could transform into a larger size. If you want to complain about that, that drone came out of that helicopter.
Yeah.
Expanded itself.
Size of a regular jet.
Yeah, the drone. I wouldn't say that, but I'll say it got to the size of that helicopter exactly. They released a drone to go get Ramsey, blowing up everything. Meanwhile, Shaw knows where Toretto is, starts chasing Toretto into a parking garage at the very top of it. They do the same chicken move that they did before.
Except now he's got his muscle car.
Does the hydraulic and make it go up on the two back wheels, so it smashes.
So he humps
into it.
Shaw's vehicle.
With his vehicle.
That's what it looked like. He dominated him.
Oh, play all words there.
Then he shot the shotgun down, and he somehow missed the driver's seat. And then he shot again, and he missed it again.
Yeah, and then Shaw starts shooting with his handgun.
Pow, pow,
Then they
pow,
get
pow.
out, both get out and face each other. Dobbs got his sawed off pointing at him. Shaw is unarmed.
Crikey.
Dobbs like, so you thought this was gonna be a street fight? Then he looks at him, fires a shot in the air. He's like, damn right it is. And then he reaches into his car. The big payoff for the entire series happens right here. Dom's backstory in the first one. Dom pulls out two gigantic wrenches and starts wielding them like Leonardo katanas. Shaw just pulls off pieces of his car and like breaks one part off to make it like it looked like an axe. I guess he couldn't wield the axe. So he broke that piece off and started charging at each other. They have a nice
Ching, ching,
sequence.
ching, 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 ching.
Yeah.
And the highlight of the sequence was whenever Dom gets knocked to the ground, and then they had this really great stunt piece. He goes bang, 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 right in a row, and he's just rolling out of the way as this stunt person is just slamming down on the concrete next to him with sparks flying. I think that was the best shot there.
I really enjoyed the whole fight. There's a nice shot where you can see him doing the swinging and all that, and Dom does a swing towards him on
my
his
gosh.
back, and he blocks him real quick. It was great.
I almost forgot. They brought in the epic choir.
Oh yeah,
And
the
it was them
music.
The epic choir music from Phantom Menace or something just starts playing as they charge into slow motion at each
Duel
other.
of the Fates start playing, y'all. Why they start charging at each other? It was amazing. They started having their battle sequence. We cut to.
Oh, we cut.
Andrew doesn't like when you cutting good fight sequences like that.
Yeah, it was a very cool fight sequence too. I wanted to keep watching
This is where the movie started to lose Andrew here.
Okay.
Oh Lord. Drones flying around. Blood Diamond realized using a cell tower right there to do it. Shoot the cell
They
tower,
just
knock it out.
casually blow up a building,
Yeah.
knock it down. Because
I
it
think
looked
she
like
switched cars.
it looked like there were office floors. It was narrow building. There could have been a lot of people in there, and they knocked it over.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Could have been the garage part of it. Anyways, it blew up, fell, so they couldn't do the hack no more. They switched Ramsey into Roman and Tej's car. And this elaborate spin twist, she hopped through the window.
Oh no, the heat seeker's still going after Brian.
He jumped out. Boom! Blew up
Oh,
his
they
car.
didn't kill him. Whew, that was close.
They tell Brian something. Can't remember what he had to do. He had to log into another type of tower. He's like, all right, I'm on it. They overhear this in the communications. Send Tony Jaa after him.
Breaking news today. We just found out the identity of Green Arrow, but there's a building falling down.
Oh
over
my God. Oh yeah. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Hobbs is laying there with his daughter, sees this on the news. There's a drone flying around, blowing stuff up, shooting up cop cars. They're driving so fast, cops start chasing them, that the cops get blown up by the drone.
He could see the explosion of the cell tower from his room. He's like, looks out the window.
His daughter's like, what's going on, Dad? Daddy's got to go to work. And he just starts breaking out of his cash shell. He suits up. Everything's all right there. He's like, yeah, give me 3 for the road. Do a little special dap. Then he gets out there. Tony Jaa and his men break in, start shooting at Paul. Boo, 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 boo. Paul gets on a little roller thingamajigger, rolls himself through, takes out a couple of them, gets through, shoots the gate, closes the gate.
Oh no, stairs.
Yeah, he runs and sees stairs. And like the camera just like a zoom back at all these stairs.
Tarantino
Like,
shot
woo.
of stairs.
They come into play later. Drone still chasing Ramsey.
Oh man, there was a scene earlier where Michelle Rodriguez and Rhonda were surfing down on a door down the stairs. Remember that?
Did they surf on that?
No, that was another one. Sorry. Spoilers. Go ahead. This is cut.
Okay.
It's coming up. That's coming up. I'm sorry.
Anyway, Andrew is just tired as hell right now. His mind's everywhere. They fire the missile. It hits the car. They're like, oh, we thought we got Ramsey. Apparently, they get Ramsey. Ramsey got switched to Letty's car. So now the drone's chasing Letty and Ramsey. Paul's going up to try to do the hack. Tony jumps out, jumping around, crawling on the ceiling, slithering through everything, comes at Paul, start fighting. Now, in this scene, I would like to see better if it was well lit. I guess they made it very dark because it wasn't Paul. Some shots did look like Paul.
I assume they were using a stunt double anyway.
Does his brother look exactly like him like that?
One of his brothers looks a lot like him.
Maybe it was. It was very, very dim. They did nice close shots on Tony Jaa, but you didn't get the close shots on him at all. So that was a problem there. Anyways.
They're the ones who get kicked into a door and go surfing the door down the stairs.
Yeah, they just go down the stairs, beat while Tony Jaa's just hammering on Paul. Eventually land, they kick into another room. He's on top of Paul, and Paul grabs a rope with a little clip on the end of it, clips it to his belt, kicks the giant spool down the elevator shaft. Tony Jaa sees it, falls down, and goes, too slow.
He had this look on his face like he almost forgot to do the one-liner because Tony Jaa was slipping away, almost about to fall down to the shaft, and then he had this realization, oh wait, I should do a one-liner.
Yeah,
you're too slow.
Yeah. At least he said his.
Oh man, he almost forgot.
I'm looking at you, Channing Tatum.
You're too slow. He gets to the roof, does whatever he was supposed to do.
The drone is chasing Letty and Ramsey through a tunnel.
Did we talk about how they did the fake out with Roman and Ludacris?
Yeah, I made a quick mention of that.
Oh, we breezed over the fact that they blew up their car.
They blew it up. And I said they thought they killed her, and then they didn't.
All right.
Oh, Andrew, you're very tired, sir.
Okay.
So, oh yeah, the drone was chasing. I was trying to remember what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Drone was chasing Letty and
drone hit Letty's car with a missile, and they kept driving.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit.
Okay, why not?
Got her in the back. Yeah, it's because it's Letty's car.
I'm having a little trouble getting away from this thing. Yeah, your car got hit by a missile, girl. What the frick?
Dude,
an ambulance going down the street.
Flying down the street. They end up on the outside of the tunnel as the drone's flying through. Ambulance jumps over the rail, smashes the drone. Out of the ambulance pops the greatest man ever. Hobbs everybody. What is the problem, Andrew?
We cut to the ambulance and he's standing behind the windshield and he just knocks away like it's a door.
He did. He was like,
he's just already standing there.
Gotcha. You bring your backup? It's like, woman, I am the backup.
And then the little drone eye that one of the guys on the spaceship was using, he was piloting it.
And he pulls out that old magnum of his and starts firing at it. Pew, pew, pew. And Blood Dad was like, what happened?
The drone guy got scared whenever he pulled out the magnum.
Yeah,
the drone
like,
whoa.
Like, what happened? They have a Hobbs. Hobbs picks up a Gatling gun that came off the drone and he just starts walking towards him. And we cut back to Dom and
they're still
and Shaw fighting.
There was a 10-minute chunk where we just cut away. We cut to them twice, but then this third one took forever to get back to the fight. They had a short little break that was going.
So they cut back to them. Weapons are knocked out their hands.
Dom's got the upper hand. He's throwing them around.
Dom is manhandling him to the fullest. Activated some kind of super mode, squashing him, slamming him against everything. He quickly notices that he has grenades in the back of his car as well. Blood Diamond go up. Des Toretto fire at him. What about Shaw? It looks like our agreement is over. The generic villains who team up line, you know.
What about Ramsey? Why are we taking time to kill Dom? Shouldn't we still be looking for Ramsey right now?
Because Dom caused him all that trouble.
Okay.
No, the program is destroyed.
No, the program was destroyed.
So it doesn't matter anymore about killing Ramsey. There's no God's eye anymore. She already destroyed it. Time to take our frustrations out on Dom. That's why.
She could build another one. A better one.
Oh.
That one.
When you a villain, you ain't got time to think about that. You just mad because your plans got messed up by this dude named Dom for no reason.
All right.
So now you want to kill him.
All right.
Fire that missile. Boom. Landed in between Dom and Jason Statham.
It landed, I think, one of them behind him, and then another one hit the floor below. Hit the columns on the floor below.
I guess it was heat seeking because it sucked ass. It didn't hit him. Ground starts cracking. What's the line that Dom uses for?
See what happens whenever you take something to the street. The street always wins.
The street always wins. Dom does like an earthbending technique, just slams his foot down and breaks the concrete that's already broken. Shaw falls down there. Kill him. He grabs a grenade in the back of Shaw's car, drives around.
Rock was shooting at the helicopter, distracting it while this is happening with his Gatling gun.
Yeah, Rock shows up. Gatling gun, blowing shit up. just taking on his helicopter. I was hoping that after he ran out of bullets, he was just gonna jump at it. Roar! But he didn't. I was very upset with that part. Letty comes up behind him. I thought Letty was gonna give him like a boost, jump off our car or something. Dom, they're firing the missiles. Can't remember how this happened. I guess Dom wanted to get a head start or something. Somehow he went underground. They went back to the top. I don't understand what happened. They were just firing all in the parking lot and it was crumbling.
Yeah.
And Dom jumps up, car turns it sideways, scrapes him, falls, smash, boom, lands down in the rubble.
Dom!
Then he looks and sees that the grenade bag is hanging. Rock sees it too, pulls out that good old trusty magnum, starts shooting at it, boom, blows him up. So Blood Diamond dies. He dies in a lot of movies these days. What else was he saw in a minute? Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Seventh Son.
Damn, he was a villain in like 3 movies straight. This man used to be a hero. They pulled Dom out the car. Brian and Letty trying to perform, mouth to mouth resuscitation on him. Letty's like, no, get away.
Stop trying to use medical techniques. Talk to him.
She's like, Dom, I remember everything. I remember our wedding day. You start seeing a flashback of the wedding day. About time, woman.
Yay!
Dom comes back to life. Then, and The Rock does like a smiley face. He's the only one with the biggest smile on his face.
Yep.
Somehow, Shaw survived all that shit, and they're locking him in a prison cell.
The sequel cell.
Yes, it's the sequel cell.
You know I'm gonna get out of here, right?
You come through 35 feet of concrete. I got my fist and a body bag waiting on you. So they lock him in. Everybody's at the beach having a good time. Brian goes with what's the sister's name again? Mia and Jack playing around by the beach. Roman, Ted, Dom, and Letty are looking at him. Oh, Rams is there too. Just having a heart-to-heart. Dom gets up, walks away. Letty's like, you're not going to say goodbye? There's never goodbye. And Dom starts driving. He drives up, stops at a stop sign. And then pulled up next to him is Paul Walker.
CGI Paul Walker.
Was
Pulls
it
up next
CGI
to
or
him.
was it was footage from
they
other...
pasted him from another movie on there.
Yeah, so it didn't look too CGI.
Mm-hmm.
So he pulls up. It's like, you going to go without saying goodbye? Starts smiling. Dom just has a flashback of the whole series about Brian and Paul. Brian/Paul. And it's like, yeah, I guess he's my brother forever. Start driving separate directions and you follow Paul's car, pan up and some sunlight, and that's it.
Credit comes up, says for Frodo.
It says for Paul, everybody. If it would have said for Frodo, it would have been crazy.
Would have been great.
I've been lost my mind. So they had a nice...
You should put that at the end of a movie. Just randomly. For Frodo.
So that's the end of the movie. We didn't get any type of cliffhanger cut scene in this one.
Put that at the end of Terminator Genesis.
Andrew is... Oh, man. You okay, sir?
Sure.
Andrew's very tired, y'all. Yes, in the movie, there was no after credit scene because they had to do their montage for Paul Walker because he passed away last year. R.I.P. Paul. Gonna miss him in the franchise. Very sad what happened to him. Make sure everybody use safety precautions when driving. Anyways, let's talk about this here movie. I'll just tell you a little story about this here Fast and Furious franchise. Fast and Furious just starting out as an undercover cop trying to find thieves. It just evolved into something else. Second movie, Vin Diesel, I guess there was a contract thing. He couldn't come back. Made a second one with Paul Walker and Tyrese and Ludacris. Next one, they decided to do something different, Tokyo Drift. Then they decided they wanted to make bring back the original cast. Everybody was on the same page again. The fourth one, I liked the first one. I didn't really care too much for the second one. I really liked the third one. Fourth one, I thought it was okay. I look at it now as a prequel to the new set of movies we got here, just to reintroduce everything. Fast 5 came along and it was just amazing. The best ever. Brought all the characters from the original films together for an Avengers type thing. It was great. Then I love Fast 6. And here we are at Furious 7. I'm sorry. It was Furious 6. Don't correct me, everybody.
Quick recap for me as well. Like the first one, unlike most people, I really like the second one because of the chemistry between Tyrese and Paul Walker. I think they have great chemistry, and I really enjoy their friendship, especially whenever they have little moments together in Fast 5 and Furious 6, referencing back to their relationship in the second movie. I like Tokyo Drift. Seems to drag a bit. I don't really care for the fourth one. I enjoy the fifth one. Drags a bit as well. Furious 6, I enjoy outright the most.
There you have it. This one, I really liked it, like the other ones. I do have problems with it. It's not the same problems that Andrew has with it. I think it sucks that Lucas Black came back for that one scene and he couldn't join them for any other sequences of the movie. I guess it was the whole having to ship off Paul Walker's character thing. Fast 5 was great because they introduced Hobbs. In this one, Hobbs just got laid up for most of the movie. really wish we could have got Hobbs' return a little bit earlier. But other than that, I really did enjoy it. They always go over the top and crazy with everything. I really like that aspect of it. I did extremely love the payoff of Dom pulling out those wrenches at the end. That was just amazing. Throwback for people who are super fans of the franchise. I can see where this one wasn't, I don't want to say too much of it's weird because you don't have your characters that from Fast 5 and Fast 6, Han and Giselle got killed off. Kind of sucks. Han was for the plot purposes of him dying in Tokyo Drift, but Giselle just died for some reason in Furious 6. It just felt like half a cast. I really wish we could have got Lucas Black in there. I really didn't care for the Ramsey lady that much. Just wanted them to form that relationship with Lucas Black. Sean was his character's name. I guess that'll happen in the next movie. Hobbs being laid up. It seemed like it was just rushed the way they made him come back at the end there. Enjoyed the rest of the movie. Everything you expect from Fast and Furious. Nice cars, the butt shots, ladies and all that. Everybody loves those. I really enjoyed this one.
I didn't really like it.
Yeah, you didn't like it.
It takes too long to get in gear. The beginning almost wore me out. I mean, we care about these characters, but it just takes so long to just get to something that's, I don't know, fun. The Race Wars wasn't that fun of a detour because it was all about her getting her memory back, and so there was a little bit of a somber tone to that scene, and the opening was funny. I enjoyed the opening where Jason Statham just walking through a hospital that he somehow decimated. I was like, okay, this is the tone for the movie. Now I'm excited, so I was in a good mood. And then we go to the Race Wars. It's like, okay, I'm still with it. And then we go to a gravestone, and then I realize there's another graveyard scene that's coming up for Han's funeral. There's a lot of time that we have to pause because it's all about family, and we have to take time and pay tribute to these fallen characters and have people pay their respects. But it's slowing down the beginning of this movie so much. The movie doesn't really pick up until about 40 minutes into the movie, whenever you finally get the gang together and they're talking about the plan to go onto the plane and hijack that bus. That's where the audience also started to get really into it as well. Whenever Roman and Tej finally showed up, livened things up, the camaraderie was finally there, that group aspect from Fast 5 and Furious 6. Whenever they all got back together, the movie finally had more energy. Okay, they're pulling me back. A little slow to get started, taking itself a little too seriously and not having a lot of fun. Now they got me back. It was a great action sequence on the plane and them parachuting in, hijacking the bus. I had my toe tapping the whole time. There's ridiculous stuff that happened, but at the same time, I really enjoyed it. But then we have this Abu Dhabi section, so people visit Abu Dhabi. They have this huge thing at the end of the credits saying, visit Abu Dhabi if you're still here. It's just a huge advertisement subplot in the middle of the movie. I mean, they have to go get, I guess I don't like the whole
You didn't know it was an advertisement until the end of the movie.
No, I knew during the movie that it was just an advertisement.
How'd you know that?
They're just walking up in fancy cars, going to the best looking places in Abu Dhabi. It's just advertisement for Abu Dhabi. We're not in the street section, the roads.
They go all around the world and go to fancy places.
What were the other fancy places they've been to before?
Let's see. We had Tokyo.
But they didn't go anywhere fancy.
Republic.
It was the street. They're hanging out in garages and stuff, and they could only look up at the fancy places in Tokyo, and they're hanging out in back alleys and stuff, drifting there. It was just in Abu Dhabi because they had made a deal with Abu Dhabi to be in this movie, and so because they want the tower stunt, obviously.
A deal with Abu Dhabi?
It was just for the 3 tower stunt, obviously. They just wanted to go big with the 3 tower stunt. So I guess that's why they chose it, and tourism. I didn't like the Abu Dhabi diversion at all. It felt pretty fat. Nobody was flat. No one was laughing at Roman's joke, singing happy birthday. I wasn't really interested. It was like, I know we're going to get past this and nothing's going to happen. It's just a long stretch in the movie that, why does it even need to be there? You could just save the girl and say, but Digimon still has the god thing. Now we can just skip to the climax. You could literally skip over with a few lines to the climax because nothing happens except for Mr. Nobody gets shot, but he gets flown away anyway. I guess Shepard gets killed, but he's a side character. It's a huge, pretty diversion, and I just wasn't digging it, I guess. And after that slow start, there's just 2 huge lulls in the movie where it lost my interest, and because I was tired as well, that affected my opinion of the movie. Then we got to the climax. Furious 6's climax was over the top, but at the same time, they were doing what their specialty is, hijacking something, trying to take down a plane. But this one, they're just being chased. There's nothing they can really do except keep moving. Just a bunch of CGI choppers and Predator drones chasing them around the city. Tons of explosions and very quick cutting. Obviously quick cutting, but I guess it was because it was shaky most of the time too. Very disorienting. I sort of drifted off until we got back to the Dom Deckard fight scene. Speaking of Deckard, I wanted this movie to be about the showdown with Jason Statham and Jason Statham coming up with ways to get back at them. Jason Statham's the main objective, but he's a side character as well. It's weird. I guess that's why I had a problem with him showing up, is because I felt like if he didn't just randomly track him down, he would only be at the beginning and at the end of the movie. I guess that's why they wrote him in showing up during the 2 action sequences in Abu Dhabi and the bus scene. I feel like I didn't get the movie that I was promised. Jason Statham versus the gang. Instead, I got this Kurt Russell side quest for most of the movie, and I wasn't really into it, and that's the majority of the movie.
You finished? You done?
Any thoughts? I mean,
you very tired. He said he was tired.
Don't patronize me, sir.
I'm not patronizing you.
No, I made valid points. I would like your opinion on some of the points I just
My only
made.
problem with the Abu Dhabi thing was that Ronda Rousey's character was just a bodyguard who had this one scene, Michelle Rodriguez. That was my only problem with that. I guess I understand where you're coming from, where you felt like you wanted it to be Jason Statham versus the gang and all that, but I still was getting that. There was just other stuff thrown in there that you might feel was a distraction.
I just feel like Jason Statham's just completely in the background of this movie. Him and his beef with Dom is just a side thing.
I didn't feel that at all. I think that was the main thing of the movie.
No, not at all.
I'm pretty sure it was the main thing of the movie.
No,
I don't know where you're getting that from at all.
They keep saying it's the main thing of the movie, but Jason Statham's not the main thing in the movie.
I'm pretty sure he is, but okay.
It's like, we're doing this to get to Jason Statham. Hey, there's Jason Statham. I'm going to break off and chase him. Once he falls off the cliff, we're not going to pursue him any longer. It's like, hey, we're doing the Abu Dhabi thing. Hey, Jason Statham just walked in. Well, he's got a grenade launcher. Well, we got other people in the room he doesn't know is here. Maybe somebody should go up behind him and try to assault him or stop him. By the way, what did happen? I guess Roman was just walking Letty out, and
he had to get Letty out,
and he just
what's her name had to leave.
Jason Statham didn't feel like attacking them.
He was wanted to get Dom.
Why only
much.
Dom? His whole family. He killed Han.
He did, but he didn't see them leave, Andrew. There was other people around. Yeah, you say I was patronizing, but you like picking at things, and it's just a joy. You like, why did they not pursue him anymore? Because they had to get Ramsey out of there because they were still being chased by.
Well, I'm picking at things because I didn't enjoy the movie.
I know, but it's like you didn't enjoy it because I don't know, you just didn't want to enjoy it. You're like,
whoa,
that's what the problem is, man. She's still being targeted by Blood Diamond.
Why didn't Blood Diamond show up at the party then? If he was already working with Blood Diamond and he knew where they were, they could have checked the server rooms or something. They could have shown up there.
This is what's going on. Because you can say that about every other movie now. Well, why didn't the villagers show up here? Why did the villagers show up there?
But they had an allegiance, and he had inside information in that they were at this penthouse tower. Why
doesn't any village just show up anywhere? Why did any village in any movie just show up and shoot somebody while they're at their house or anything?
Because they don't know where they live.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on in that movie.
They didn't know where they were. Jeez Louise.
Depends on the plot. Maybe they don't know where they are. I'm talking about the specific movie. You got an example? I mean,
yes, Andrew. Why would Blood Diamond show up?
Because they've already made an allegiance. Because he obviously talked to them after the bus sequence.
How do you know you make the allegiance afterwards, though?
Because they're already in Abu Dhabi. It would be a major coincidence if Blood Diamond was just happened to be in Abu Dhabi. They ran across each other and they decided to make an allegiance. Because whenever they got the God's Eye, they saw that he went immediately from the hotel room to the warehouse. A terrorist attack in the middle of the broad daylight when this man's trying to stay undercover and covert before his big plans. Who's trying to stay covert?
Blood Diamond. Till he gets the God's Eye to do what he wants with it. He's just trying not to be out in the spotlight that much. So that's why he didn't attack Andrew.
They could have had a whole entire thing where he was also trying to heist it as well.
What?
Like his
you
crew,
just wanted his crew to just be in there too?
Yeah, his crew. We got two infiltration units going on at the same time, bumping against each other, both trying to play coy, not realizing that they're both doing the same thing in different ways.
Sure. That'd be nice. Anything else you wanted to happen? Nothing else? Like, nothing else? You just didn't like the Abu Dhabi part of the movie? You just wanted more action, more stuff to be going on, or what?
I wanted more character interaction too. I guess it's to compensate for the fact that they had such a long opening that was nothing but character scenes. Afterwards, you don't really get any small downtime moments like you did in Furious 6 a lot. They're competing for Ramsey's affections after the bus scene, and they talk about that in Abu Dhabi, but they don't play that up anymore after that one beach scene in Abu Dhabi. They could have been teasing each other and trying to show off in front of her, especially during the climax. You could have gotten a few extra laughs out of that.
Well, I don't know what else to say. I enjoyed it. It's just how any other Furious movies were. That dumb fun stuff. I feel like the Paul Walker tribute thing at the end there kind of held back. I guess they were going to do another cliffhanger thing, set up the next movie, and I guess it was supposed to be Owen Shaw waking up in the hospital or something, maybe. It just seems weird that Luke, what's his name, came back for that. Their character setups that didn't pay off for characters that were reintroduced and introduced into it.
So you think Luke Evans' character is still alive at the end of this movie? You think they took care of him? Or? So now both brothers are still alive as a future threat? Or?
Well, that's what I assume is going to happen in the next movie, is that he's going to wake up and go break his brother out of prison. That's what it seems like. I mean, there's no way for Jason Statham to get out unless somebody breaks him out. But we didn't get to see him waking up in the hospital scene because of the Paul Walker thing.
Oh man. Yeah, that's another slightly. I guess I miss the presence. I know there's nothing you can do about it, but I really do miss Brian in this movie because they have to push him to the side because of what happened, and they don't really give him enough lines in the movie because of it, and they can't, and they have to cut around in sometimes apparent and obvious ways that Raymond and I noticed in certain scenes. And he's got maybe 5 pages of dialogue in this whole movie, 2-hour or so movie, because of what happened. It's unfortunate. It would have helped add an emotional core to this movie. Mia has to carry most of his storyline herself through phone conversations and talking to Dom about Brian, instead of Brian being able to confront these themes and issues himself because of what happened.
And to that, Brian felt more like a background character than Shaw did because of that. He was just there. Like you said, they had to use everybody else to push his story forward.
Yeah.
I guess because you already knew that Paul passed or something. I don't know. It's just, I guess they did the best they could with what they had and was able to get it to where he'll retire at the end there. But he felt more pushed to the background. Because of that, that's why I just wanted some kind of new bond for Dom, because it was always a Dom and Brian tag team. And
maybe that
and
was...
now
Yeah.
it was more of a Dom-driven story and not, like you was trying to say, not the whole team. I guess that's probably the biggest problem, is there's more Dom-driven. Everybody else just seems like they're there.
Maybe I like Paul Walker way more than I thought I did. Maybe maybe he really holds these movies together for me. Because obviously, if I'm one of the only people who like Too Fast, Too Furious, it must be Paul Walker that I like so much.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I didn't enjoy this movie so much, because he was pushed to the background.
Past 3 movies, they've been building up the relationship between him and Dom, and you ended one of the movies with them doing their race, and you're having a good time with those two. That's what the problem is, pretty much.
That's probably what made those 2 sections like that, because those are the 2 sections where he's pushed to the background, because they finished that bus sequence. He filmed most of the climax, because he was in most of the climax. So I guess the 2 sections that I didn't like the most were because Paul wasn't there.
I enjoyed the scene with Dom picking up the car and him going under. That was a small thing that he filmed, and that was nice. Oh, we forgot to mention that they did, because we said that she died, but they did have a small tribute to Giselle. Whatever, Sean gives stuff to Dom, and he gives him the burnt picture of Giselle, and Dom places the burnt picture of Giselle next to Hans's picture at his funeral. Small tribute to her, very small.
How do you think someone, I guess no one should, but what about all those people who've never seen a Fast and Furious movie and then they come into this one?
Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that at all.
Yeah.
Because
it's crazy.
This is number 7. Start from the beginning, or you start from 5. That's where everything fun happens. Yeah, it's a hard workaround with the whole Paul Walker situation, but I still enjoyed it. I can see where people won't like it, because you might feel how Andrew felt, but I think it was mostly due to Paul Walker's character not being a tag team with Dom. People might not enjoy this one as much as the other ones.
They really need to find him someone to work off of now.
That was why I wanted Sean to come into play, be his young somebody for him to train. That didn't happen. They didn't even set it up for, because when the car pulled up, like, oh, it's going to be Sean in the car, but it wasn't. It was Paul.
At the funeral?
No, at the very end. Because they left Paul at the beach, and I thought it was just going to be Paul at the beach happy with his family. I thought Sean was going to pull up and be like, hey, how about another race? How about a rematch or something like that? But he stopped at the stop sign.
Yeah.
Now they most definitely have to pull Lucas Black in, fill that void, because Dom needs... Let's be honest, everybody. Vin Diesel, he's not the best actor in the world, but he did work well with Paul Walker. So the character of Dom needs somebody else, another male type character, because I can't see him just doing it with Letty. I think that's the biggest sin of the movie right there. Brian's character was pushed to the background, small things with him and Dom. It became more of a Dom-driven story, and that's why you just felt like, oh, why Dom? Why he kept attacking Dom? That's why I think you had that feeling.
Yeah, I guess I just... don't like Dom.
See? Oh no.
Dom is not the reason I come to see these movies, apparently.
So Brian was your favorite. We are establishing right now Andrew's favorite character was Brian Paul Walker.
I guess it was Brian and Roman. I guess it was Brian. Is Brian, Roman, and The Rock, and Brian's pushed to the background. Rock, as you said, is taken out of commission.
He was taken out, and that was a very big sin of the movie as well.
And so it was up to Roman. Like I said, whenever Roman finally showed up,
he didn't even get a lot of interactions between Roman either.
Yeah, he couldn't do that.
He didn't have interactions with anybody, not even Mia.
Yeah.
Well, he had like a few small scenes between him and everybody. I guess you could say he just felt like a ghost. I don't know. Nah, don't make that face, Andrew. And that's what it felt. They just wanted to push him away. Not wanted to, but they knew they had to.
They did those dramatic shots of each cast member zooming away from the cast members whenever they were looking at him on the beach.
Yeah, everybody got a nice close-up, nice smile. Tej says, man, just look at that. Look how beautiful that is.
Mm-hmm. Everything's going to change now, isn't it?
They do say that line, don't they?
Voldemort's back.
I think I still enjoyed the movie, but now I can see where Andrew was not liking it, and I think that's the big reasons why.
Because of Paul, I guess. Yeah.
Paul was pushed to the background, and he just hated everything else. He just wanted to pick on everything else.
I realize, I guess I don't like you guys without Paul. For some reason.
So now that Paul's gone, Andrew will hate the rest of these films.
I guess so. They got to get somebody good to replace him.
I like Tokyo Drift, and I like Lucas Black in Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, bring him back.
I think he just had that one scene.
And that was a nice scene.
It was a nice scene.
It was good to see him, and somebody who was sitting next to us celebrated that he only had a short cameo.
I guess they felt like it would have been disrespectful to bring him in and to have him form more of a bond with everybody else. And thinking about it, maybe I could see how it probably would have been a little disrespectful to bring him in while Paul Walker's character is pushed to the background all of a sudden.
They could have worked with what they had as well. They could have tried to add more humor and interplay with Ramsey. Get her to feel like she's part of the group. Because by the end of the movie, I didn't really feel like she should still be with the group.
Yeah, she didn't.
Have her joking, messing around with Tej and Roman, teasing them.
She didn't feel like part of the group either.
Yeah.
Feels like the whole group's just broken.
Oh no.
I guess that's what the next movie's gonna be. Rock's gonna walk up to the group and be like, please, we need you to hope again. Something like that. I don't know. You can't go get Brian out of retirement. Is that too soon?
Yeah. He drove down this road and he left his family.
Oh, yeah, that was that. See, that was so weird right there. I just would have liked it if we just would have ended right there, and then you could have brought Lucas to make it another little race at the end. Just have him and the family there. That would have been nice to end it with them on the beach, but they had to do the super tribute, break the fourth wall type tribute there.
Well, Mia used to be a speed demon too, and since this is pretty much a straightaway, I mean, why couldn't the kid have been strapped in the back seat and Mia be in the passenger seat, and they've all been smiling with Paul Walker? You didn't think you were gonna leave without saying goodbye, and then they do a little race, and then he goes off with the family. I mean,
yeah, they could have had the whole family in the car together.
Yeah, it would have been, especially since they established that the boy liked it whenever his dad briefly went fast in the carpool lane.
All right, now we know Furious movies don't work without The Rock and Paul Walker.
God's Eye subplot, I guess, is just a way to set up. They have their own agency now that gives them carte blanche to do whatever they want now and makes them in good with the government. So now for every single future movie, they have Mr. Nobody who they can call. They'll have unlimited resources. Basically, now they're James Bond type people.
But they still have Hobbs. Do you think Mr. Nobody has better connections, or you really think Mr. Nobody will turn out to be a shady government agent like you were saying? He was giving off that vibe.
Yeah, maybe he'll break out Statham himself, and that'll be the twist. He's a bad guy.
Because he wanted to use him as a necessary evil?
To try to lure Dom back into doing favors for him again. So he ends up chasing him again.
I would say another problem with the Jason Statham thing, I don't know, I guess they wanted that hospital scene at the beginning, but it's better if he's operating against them if his brother was dead.
Yes, it's not just the fact that he somehow survived the suck out of a plane onto the tarmac.
Yeah, Jason Statham just doing this for fun. He's not doing it for revenge. Yeah. Your brother's still kind of alive. And why would you wait? Now I'm going like Andrew does.
No,
why would you wait till?
So yeah.
Why would you wait? Why don't you just wait until your brother recovers? Y'all can attack together instead of you going off single-handedly. I don't know.
You could have him going to the morgue and getting that cross off of it.
Yeah, the morgue is destroyed.
No. Well, he doesn't have to destroy anything. I guess they just want to establish that this guy's
a badass or something.
Does he kill anybody in this movie? Besides the whole hospital? Somebody else kills Shepard. Does Jason Statham even kill anybody in this movie?
He blows stuff up.
Maybe he kills somebody.
A few people might have got injured in the process.
So you think maybe the hospital scene was added afterwards when they realized, oh shoot, Jason Statham doesn't kill anybody in this movie. Maybe we should add this hospital scene.
So
and then his brother was bragging in the last movie. Owen Shaw was bragging about how this code, this family you live by.
Code you live by.
makes you predictable. Jason Statham's become the very thing that Owen Shaw didn't like. So he's
Makes you
like,
predictable.
yeah, he's dishonoring his brother's memory by avenging him, kind of. Brother wouldn't want him to do that. Just ignore it, man. It's making you weak. It's making you predictable.
You think this movie would have benefited from a Kurt Russell betrayal?
It felt like it.
And then probably would have made a lot more sense for you in the fact that he just shows up whenever.
Yeah, because that would explain everything. That would explain
Because
everything.
Kurt Russell's...
That would literally explain everything.
I guess they had the small betrayal in the last movie with the girl, and they didn't want that again. But they didn't do it in Fast 5. They was making a little setup for
his friends.
Dom's
Voice of
childhood
dissent.
friend kept arguing with Dom, and they made it set up like he was going to betray, but he didn't. This one, like you kept saying, shady government organization. Kurt Russell's character probably should have been a betrayer.
Yeah, because he never shows any credentials or anything. For all we know, he was working out of his own pocket.
He did not show any credentials. That is a true statement, Andrew.
Yeah, he just claimed he was a shadow organization.
Well, they broke the fort wall, and the location told you this is what this is.
Subtitles cheated. So this was all just a ploy for him to get the God's Eye so he could be all powerful. He kept sending in Jason Statham to hope that he would take them out.
Take everybody out.
Take everybody out, and he could do it if they didn't do it. So he kept tipping off Jason Statham, so Jason Statham could be his backup plan. Sending in Jason Statham like, look, I'll tell you where Dom is with the God's Eye if you get the God's Eye. He was double playing him so he could get the God's Eye either way.
And Jason Statham wouldn't have formed an alliance with Blood Diamond. You could just have the three forces coming after them after Ramsey at the end, being attacked from three different directions there.
And then Jason Statham and Dom realized that, look, there are bigger things happening here than me and you. And they had to team up to take down Kurt Russell.
Oh, God. I don't think Statham would have betrayed Kurt Russell. Because Kurt would have been on Statham's side. Because he wanted Statham to kill both Dom and Blood Diamond's people, too.
But then you could have them confronting each other during the climax. And then Dom's like, it's like a Star Wars thing while they're engaged in combat. He's trying to convince them, like, you think this is over? He's going to let you go? Once he has that God thing, he'll be able to track you down and wrap up all the loose ends. Sway him to temporarily be on his side to take out Kurt Russell. And then they can start fighting again.
And Han should have came back.
Han comes
in a
back.
blade.
It's like Han's in a hospital bed. Like, I'm gonna kill the man who did this to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hobbs.
Okay.
Hobbs should have come back from recovery earlier. Called Dom and be like, yeah, I'm on the way or something. That Dom could have mentioned that, yeah, I'm here with your boy, Mr. Nobody. He's like, who's that? Or something like that. See, they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Shit. I was liking this movie until Andrew saying stuff now.
Hey, we're just writing a better movie
on the podcast.
On the podcast live for everybody.
We are going, oh my God, we're almost at 3 hours with this one.
You know how it is.
Oh, God. Damn it, Andrew. I wanted to like this so bad.
I'm sorry. I mean, you said I was crazy, and now you're...
You are crazy.
Okay. Now we're back to I'm crazy. Okay.
You're crazy, but you're right.
I'm crazy and I'm tired.
Points. Crazy, but you make valid points.
Thank you. That's all I wanted. He said I had valid points. I think, unless you have something else to say. Do we have anything else you want to talk about? One more thing. I really like the ending of Furious 6. Everybody's in a really good place at the end of Furious 6. It feels like the saga has come full circle, and they're back at their house, and they're home, you know?
Even though Giselle died and Han had to go to Tokyo.
Yeah, even though that has to inevitably happen, everybody else has this really happy ending, and everyone's home again. They're all settled down together as a family. Yeah, Furious 7 does end on a happy note, but it feels like they're separating for some reason. They don't really say why they're separating. Everything's going to be different now just because Paul has home life, but they can still see him.
You at least get the guy to see them rebuilding the house.
Yeah. Are they planning to go on more missions already, I guess? It's like, oh, we'll never see Paul again. It's like, you live in the same city. I mean, I really have an attachment to the Furious 6 ending, how it went full circle and that huge payoff where he says they address him and they give it to him, and they all had these fond farewells to each other. It's like, I'll see you when I see you. It's kind of like, it's a Last Crusade type ending from Indiana Jones. It's just this very nice wrap up, and then you have another one. I mean, it's nowhere near Kingdom of the Crystal Skull disaster or anything, but I mean, how do you feel?
Oh yeah, you had them returning home since Fast and Furious 4. Well, since the end of the first one, Dom was already a fugitive, so him being able to finally return home at the end, that was nice. But I guess for plot purposes, they made him blow up the home, but they at least could have showed rebuilding it or something. They just needed to do their little memorial ending.
It seemed like, didn't Paul and Mia live with him too? So he's saying goodbye to them, but it looked like they were living in that house. Or maybe they were just visiting, I guess, in the van.
I guess they were just visiting.
They must have a new place.
It's messed up that the house got blown up. I guess that was motivation for Dom, but kind of sucks that it's not being rebuilt and nothing like that.
Especially since they should all still have a decent amount of money.
Oh yeah, they still got that dough from Fast Five.
They could have rebuilt
I think Roman probably blew all his though. That's it.
He didn't say that line, did he? That we getting paid, right? They didn't.
Oh, he should have said that again. And that could be a nice running joke. Nope.
I don't know.
No, I just enjoyed it. I think we said all we said about the Paul Walker situation with it, Hobbs and everything else. Man, you're gonna have to do a lot of editing for this one. This is gonna have to get condensed. This might be a 2-hour one, at least an hour 40 something probably.
Yeah.
I think that's it for me. I have nothing else. Oh, I didn't give my rating.
I'm sorry. You probably should have given it before and then after this conversation. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
What you got?
Well, now it's a 3 out of 5.
It was going to be a 4?
It was gonna be a 4 out of 5.
Now it's a 3?
It's actually gonna be a 4.5 out of 5.
Whoa. That's a 1.5. We missed.
Yeah, I wanted it to be a 5, but that half was because they took Hobbs out like that. But now I see your side about everything. No, because I discovered it myself about the Paul Walker thing and how that felt more like he was being pushed aside, and they focused so much on Dom. It's not the franchise is lose that's just messed up the whole franchise. It didn't mess it up, but it was losing its charisma and momentum because of that.
Yeah,
that Paul's gone now, and somebody needs to play it up with Dom. Somebody needs to form that connection with Dom. The brother connection. So you have to bring in Lucas Black's character Sean now. They felt like it would have been very disrespectful. It would have felt like they were pushing Paul to the side more if you had did that, even though he was already pushed to the side for no reason. Well, you know what the reason was. I'm sorry. And that's all I got.
All right. Yeah. Raymond helped me realize that it's not the picky things that I was really having a problem with. It was just the fact that I wasn't having as much fun. I guess it was because of Paul. So thank you for helping me sort out why I wasn't went into it.
Too.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Because when you said that you was feeling like Jay State's character was the side character, then I realized, no, it was Paul. Paul was more pushed to the side than him. It makes me sad.
Yeah.
Again, rest in peace, Paul Walker. We apparently you were the best part of the movie for Andrew, the best part of the franchise. So
I never knew.
We will miss you dearly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Godspeed, boy.
Right, we're shutting down.
Yeah, sounds like a somber note to end it on. For the Parking Lot Projectionists, I am Andrew.
And I'm Raymond.
Shutting it down.